Turns out that with Love Meghan, that toweringly tedious, useless TV...
She wants to be admired.
You know, it's immense boredom. The towering...
Meghan Markle is in full-blown meltdown mode after Netflix axed her lifestyle show with Love Meghan over catastrophically bad ratings. Honestly, who thought a duchess preaching authenticity from a rented farmhouse set would resonate with anyone?
Well, Meghan Markle's new show is officially...
Netflix swiftly pulled the plug because even $100 million deals have limits.
Oh, I mean, it's just such a mess. I mean, it's a mess from the beginning.
Meghan Markle is down with another flop, and this time it's on Netflix. After ditching royal duties but not the title, Meghan set her sights on Hollywood. She wasn't content with the Duchess label. She wanted to be a mogul. With a reported $100 million Netflix deal, it seemed like Meghan was ready to conquer the entertainment world. One heartfelt docuseries, an inspiring lifestyle show at a time.
Goes and talks about how she doesn't understand what's out there in the media. She doesn't pay attention to any of all the negativity that's out there. And the whole reason why we know it's a lie is because you showed up and did this podcast. You showed up to get people to hear from you, the kind of person you truly are.
Her debut with Harry and Meghan was a smash hit, racking up nearly 100 million hours watched in its first week. Love them or hate them, people couldn't look away.
Contradiction. Everything she says versus her actions is a
Critics called it raw and emotional, a peek behind the royal curtain that felt like juicy gossip dressed as highbrow storytelling. This was Meghan's moment. She wasn't just a royal renegade, she was Hollywood's newest power player. Then came With Love, Meghan, and, well, let's just say the fairy tale didn't get its happily ever after.
He's sorting things out. With Love, Meghan, it's called, aims to share personal tips, tricks and advice on embracing playfulness over.
But then came With Love, Meghan. Where do we even begin with this one? Billed as a personal and uplifting blend of lifestyle tips, storytelling, and self-help wisdom, the show was supposed to be Meghan's magnum opus.
We know that she's trying to rebrand herself, and she talks
As
about...
what, an idiot?
Well, bringing back the Tig brand and her creativity, but she's had all kinds of problems, which she's sort of...
A platform to inspire, connect, and redefine her narrative. The promotional buzz was undeniable. There were whispers of a game changer, something uniquely Meghan that would resonate across generations.
telling us how to make things like ice cubes.
But the reality, let's just say it didn't exactly sparkle. With Love, Meghan landed on Netflix with a thud. Yes, it cracked the top 10 globally, but only just. And for a mere 6 days before vanishing from the charts in key markets.
Meghan is not box office. She doesn't get entertainment. She doesn't know what people want. She's not entertaining whatsoever. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm just saying she's, at the end of the day, she's a snore.
The audience wasn't much kinder. IMDb ratings sank to a painful 2.4 out of 10, and Rotten Tomatoes wasn't any more forgiving.
All the little clips of her seem to attempt to show some reticence.
It will. And it comes down to simply bad marketing, bad PR, and bad.
And then came the fallout, a firestorm of epic proportions. Inside Netflix's sleek boardrooms, frustration was boiling over. Meghan had handpicked her own marketing team for the project, a diverse and heavily DEI-focused group of about 100 people. But when the numbers came in, Netflix wasted no time pulling the plug on her team entirely. The firings were swift and brutal, leaving Meghan reportedly reeling. Accusations of discrimination flew, and behind the scenes, Netflix executives Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos were rumored to be at odds over how to handle the situation.
She doesn't know how to be entertaining. She's taken a bucket full of boring pills, and whatever she does is just...
What went wrong? It wasn't just the numbers, though. They were dismal. The core issue was authenticity, or the lack thereof.
But for the love of God, do something beyond cutting up a pineapple into teeny...
yeah, well, that was...
Critics couldn't stomach Meghan's attempt at being a lifestyle guru. The farmhouse set wasn't even her own home. And the advice? Bland, unrelatable, and wrapped in a shiny but hollow package. It didn't help that Meghan's public persona, so polished and rehearsed, seemed completely at odds with the genuine connection viewers craved.
But they're not my friends, and it's not sunny here, and I'm not there. I mean, I'm sure I'd love to be there, but I mean, why would you want to watch this?
They're nearly all paid employees, Tom.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so she has a house.
Netflix had rolled out the red carpet, ready for another smash hit, but the stats told a very different story. In its first week, the show managed just 12.6 million hours of viewership. Sounds okay, right? Until you remember, Harry and Meghan pulled in a jaw-dropping 97.7 million hours during the same period. That's not just a dip, it's a free fall off the charts.
The truth just doesn't really exist in their world. It's their truth.
The harsh reality didn't stop there. Rotten Tomatoes, the ultimate arbiter of taste, handed Meghan's show a scathing 11% approval rating. IMDb wasn't any kinder, with users doling out a paltry 2.4 out of 10. If numbers could cringe, these ratings would be it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know the inside scoop of Meghan's canceled Netflix show.
What you've got is just so fake, it's cringeworthy.
Critics weren't pulling punches either. Words like gormless lifestyle filler and cringeworthy made headlines, while others dismissed the series as an ego trip, disguised as content. Social media, ever the bearer of brutal honesty, took the baton and ran with it. Memes exploded across platforms, poking fun at everything from Meghan's overly polished delivery to the show's farmhouse set that wasn't even her real home. It wasn't just criticism, it was a digital roast of epic proportions.
This is why it's so nice to not have makeup on.
That is so beautiful.
No.
And then came the whispers of panic at Netflix HQ. The streaming giant, known for its ruthless efficiency, wasn't going to let this flop slide without a response. Enter the mass firings. Meghan's hand-picked marketing team, a group of 100 professionals hired with a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, was shown the door, all of them. Netflix decided that the only way to salvage this debacle was to overhaul the show's promotional strategy entirely. The fallout reached the top echelons of Netflix, with co-CEOs Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos reportedly at odds. Peters, known for his no-nonsense approach, pushed for the drastic action while Sarandos hesitated, aware of the PR nightmare such firings might create. Ultimately, Peters' argument won and the axe fell, but it wasn't without consequence. The decision to terminate a DEI-heavy team sparked controversy, with critics questioning whether the blame was being unfairly shifted. Public relations headaches aside, the firings also left Meghan out in the cold. She lost creative control over the marketing for With Love Meghan, with Netflix now calling the shots. For someone who thrives on narrative control, this must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Hard. There isn't a tear in sight. It's an actor's.
It's not every day you hear the words meltdown and Meghan Markle in the same sentence, but according to insider whispers, the fallout from With Love, Meghan's spectacular flop, was nothing short of a 5-alarm PR disaster.
Yeah, means a lot, Jamie. Thank you.
Allegedly, Meghan was in full crisis mode, and who could blame her? Imagine going from signing a $100 million deal with Netflix to being mocked on every corner of the internet. Adding fuel to the fire, her canceled cooking show, Taste with Meghan, became another point of contention. Apparently, the kitchen wasn't big enough for both her lifestyle advice and a dwindling audience. And Hollywood? Well, let's just say Meghan's glowing star might have dimmed a little after this fiasco. Producers and execs aren't exactly lining up to sign her next big idea.
I am, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not just saying this for rhetorical effect. I am physically nauseated.
Publicly, Meghan has tried to put on a brave face, but even her most devoted fans have noted the cracks. Behind every carefully worded statement lies a flurry of rumors, distress, frustration, and whispers of a media team scrambling to rewrite her narrative. Meghan might be a pro at image crafting, but this storm has proven tough to weather.
The truth is there probably isn't, because she's probably so far removed from the...
Here's where things get juicy. Why exactly did Meghan's show fall so flat? Well, let's start with the A word, authenticity. Critics and viewers alike slammed the show for feeling as genuine as a plastic tiara. Meghan's lifestyle advice, filled with curated charm and Pinterest-perfect moments, came across as tone-deaf and hollow. It's hard to inspire the masses when you're sipping tea in a rented farmhouse while claiming to be relatable.
I've said it from day one. I really respected them when they said we don't want to be in the bubble. I then stopped respecting them in any way when they said, we'd like to $100 million to us, we slag off the very thing that we don't want to be part of. I'm not interested in...
And then there's the content. What was With Love, Meghan, even about? Self-care tips, inspirational monologues, a subtle reminder that Montecito living isn't for everyone? Whatever it was trying to be, it failed. The show lacked depth and substance, leaving viewers scratching their heads and, worse, reaching for the remote.
She is an absolute user of the media. She uses every conceivable way to try and play the victim and score.
Of course, there's the elephant in the room. The marketing, the promotional rollout was about as effective as using a teaspoon to bail out a sinking ship. Netflix's strategy, or lack thereof, seemed to rely solely on Meghan's name, ignoring the glaring need for a compelling hook.
Panning it, a woman on Mumsnet said it made her feel inferior and like a rubber.
The biggest misstep, the disconnect with the audience. Meghan's attempts to position herself as a lifestyle guru came off as forced, if not outright patronizing. People don't want to be preached to by someone who seems more concerned with their personal brand than with genuinely connecting.
Embarrassed for her. This is just so embarrassing, and it looks like a...
If With Love, Meghan taught us anything, it's that the transition from Duchess to Hollywood darling isn't as seamless as it looks. Meghan's public persona has taken a beating, with memes, viral posts, and biting commentary painting her as more diva than darling.
It's funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle, you know I'm Sussex now. You have kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, this is our family.
Social media has been particularly brutal. Viral clips from the show, complete with over-the-top monologues and awkwardly staged moments, became instant meme fodder. Instead of inspiring viewers, they fueled endless ridicule. The internet's verdict? Meghan's brand of relatability isn't landing.
Meghan Markle is insufferable. She's as popular as getting hardcore chafing during the first kilometre of a marathon.
Even Hollywood insiders are beginning to raise eyebrows. Questions about Meghan's ability to connect with audiences have sparked whispers of a credibility problem. And unlike other celebrity ventures that manage to charm their way out of criticism, Meghan's unique blend of overexposure and underperformance has left little room for redemption. Netflix, for its part, is stuck in an awkward position. Can they salvage anything from this mess, or is the partnership with Meghan officially a sunk cost? For a platform that thrives on star power, this high-profile flop raises serious doubts about the viability of celebrity-driven content. At its core, this debacle isn't just about Meghan Markle. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of overexposure and inauthentic branding. In an age where audiences crave sincerity, With Love, Meghan failed to deliver, exposing the cracks in the carefully constructed facade of celebrity culture.